Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the Mr.fixit channel. Working on a Suzuki GS850 today, and before we go on this ride I got a little bit of work to do, so let's get into this.
I was sitting out there in the shed one evening, not doing too much of nothing, just kind of staring at the wall.
Alright, so I want to get the tail light installed, so I need to take this rear fairing off. There's some screwing around to do there. Yeah, let's take this off. Alright, so this bracket here has a threaded nut, and these two are just a through hole with a grommet. On this fairing there is a boss in here for a bolt on both sides, and a boss here for a bolt. So when I put this in here and line it up, the sides don't quite reach and that bracket on top doesn't line up. So there's definitely going to be some screwing around. Like, I probably got to make a bracket and then a couple special bolts to hold it in both sides. So got that to do. Okay, I couldn't find the connector for this tail light. So what I ended up doing is I just made some connectors here. These are the connectors I used. I made the wire colors the same as coming out of the bike harness, and I'm just going to put some bullet connectors on the other ends to connect right into the bike harness, and I'm going to glue this in place. And this isn't ideal because if this is LEDs and if this ever fails, I got to replace the whole housing and I'll have to redo all this. But maybe by then I found that connector and I can change all that, so this is what I'm doing. Tail light, brake light. I even need to mess with that bracket on top because that holds it in there tight. Alright, good deal. Alright, so while you guys weren't watching, I wired in a relay that will turn off all the park lights and turn signals tail lights when I hit the start button to hopefully help save on some startup amperage. I got a couple bulbs in there not coming on. I replaced all the bulbs, but the sockets must have a little corrosion in them. It's nice to have a working fuel gauge, turn signals. And that's pretty easy to do with a 5-pin relay because the center pin gets power all the time, and when you energize the solenoid it takes power away and sends it to the other pin. So you just use the center pin all the time. When you hit the button, the power from the button goes to one of these, turns the switch on, takes the power away, lights go off. As soon as you let go of the button, lights come back on. 5-pin relay. How you doing?
Doing good. Riding a bike.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful day to be riding a bike.
I could have been a smart ass, be like, no, I just dress like this, but
Honestly, around here, I wouldn't be surprised if people actually dress like that.
Yeah, we're not surprised by anything.
let's go through the covered bridge. All right, I'm gonna drink this thing. Let's talk about this bike for a minute. So what I can say about it is, definitely needs a clutch. It's slipping pretty bad. So I'm gonna have to get one of those in order. Let's see how many miles I've went. So 40 miles, almost exactly. Rides very nice, handles very good. I'm very happy with the way it handles. This seat has not been pleasant the last 40 miles. I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna have to get something done with that. Definitely need a back tire. I'm waiting to start feeling some vibrations or something out of this thing to, hopefully it'll warn me before it, explodes. Definitely got some tuning to do to the carburetors, but overall, it seems to be doing the thing. That valve cover is still leaking some oil. You can see the oil there. Gas tank seems to be holding up. No leaks there yet. Doing very well. Yeah, it's been a beautiful day. It's pretty warm out with this leather on and stuff, but it's not too bad when you're moving. This is a covered bridge. It's the Otway Bridge. What are they calling this? I can't remember the name. They had the name posted years ago. The bridge went under some rehab. It was falling in. It was starting to rack to one side, but it's a pretty cool bridge. I like to come down here every now and then when I'm riding. They built this, I don't know what you call this, this shed roof section thing. Very nice. Glad winter's over. I can finally get some motorcycle riding in. well, I made it back to the shop. I ended up putting, can you see that? 64.5 miles on this bike. Didn't have any issues. Ran great the whole time. Got a little bit of carburetor tuning left to do. That tire scares the crap out of me, so that needs replaced. No issues from the fuel system or the carburetors. Everything seemed to do the thing. So that means I can move on. Yeah, paint and body work. I'm gonna have to figure out something here. I need to figure out something here, and I want to close up all this underneath here, and then we can move on to fixing all this melt damage and start slapping some paint on this thing. So there's still some work to do here. This for me is going to be the hardest part, is making this thing look pretty. So yeah, get this thing looking good now. Everything seems to be working correctly. No issues mechanically so far. I hope I didn't just jinx myself. But if you guys like this episode, please give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing, and don't be afraid to fix it. Thanks for watching.